Hey guys, welcome to Made in Vegas. I'm your host David Lee, and today is a very special episode. Today we're going to revisit some of the places and people that we've met with. Starting from Matthew Guerrero. Yes, remember when back in the day when we went to go dance? You probably don't remember, but if you were watching the earlier episodes, we did an episode where we danced at the District, which is a dance choreography studio, and Matt Guerrero was the instructor. He was kind enough to have us there. So take a look at this video and enjoy.
We're here at... Alright. 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 Eight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, so just 2 times. Slow, next tempo. Slow. 5. Very top. 6. What's it like being Bruno Mars's doppelganger?
Yeah. You know, I know. Man, I swear, if I had a nickel every time somebody said that, I swear I'd be super rich right now. But yeah, it's awesome. Sometimes I get people coming up to me and be like, "Hey, are you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm sorry." Like, you know, it's really funny though. But I'm like, dude, I'm really tall. How do you guys get it? Because Bruno is short, or well, Peter is more like short and stuff. So.
You ever try milking it? Like,
yeah. I know, right? I know. I wanted to, but I would feel really terrible if I did. I'd be like, oh, you know, yeah, I'm Bruno. You know, I should be like this, like with my glasses and everything. Like, I'm Bruno.
Oh yeah, totally.
You believe that? That was crazy. Oh my goodness. I used to be a dancer back in my day when I was a teenager in high school. And it wasn't that hard, and I was a lot more gracious with my moves. So I apologize for the way I danced in that episode. So, coming up right now is the next video that we shot at Gene Woods Racing Experience. Gene Woods is a good friend of mine. He and I have been talking about going back there. So hopefully we get to go back there sometime soon and shoot another episode. Take a look at this. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Made in Vegas. I'm David Lee.
And I'm Graciela.
Today we are visiting with Gene Woods.
At Gene Woods Racing Experience.
Yes! It was so fun. We got to race. It really is a workout. I don't know if you've had the same experience.
I've actually never been on a racetrack before, so it was my first experience ever. But it's definitely a workout. Your arms get sore after a while, and the engine is like kind of hard. Mm-hmm. So, and the steering wheel too, so you're really working out your arms going like this for like 40 minutes.
Yeah. And I think I spun out a couple of times.
Just a few.
Yeah, like only 4.
Only.
But anyway, enough of that. We're going to get to our show right now, so check it out.
My name is Gene Woods, and I own Gene Woods Racing Experience. I've raced all over the world, and now I'm kind of semi-retired, and we house right here in Las Vegas. I have raced over 40 years through many countries. What got me into racing was my older brother, 10 years older than me, was a motorcycle racer. And so when I was extremely young, 4 or 5 years old, he was competing, and that got me involved. When I was about 5 years old, I knew that that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life. In terms of health and fitness, just competing on the normal level of racing, or even here at the go-kart track, it's a great workout, and that pretty much keeps you fit. I do it because it's what I love. It is my passion, and it's what I really enjoy to do. My personal fitness goals are just to stay healthy at later years in life. Previous goals that I've met and surpassed, just physically, just staying physically healthy, happy, reasonable shape, and then I've surpassed many goals and my expectations in racing, winning many championships that I didn't expect to do. I keep myself accountable by whether I can button my pants and my clothes fit generally. Fitness affects you as a racer definitely by far. What they call falling out of the seat in a race car is basically running to your physical limit midway through the race or towards the end. You need to be as good on the last lap as you are the first lap, and that's where the physical conditioning comes into play. When you're racing, you notice that you're not in your best shape, definitely, because you're on the spot. There's no pulling out. You've got till the end of the race to finish, and it shows in your results. I promote health and fitness just on a daily basis, just even here at the go-kart track. When you promote racing, you're promoting health and fitness because it is an extreme physical activity, and it's a great workout, and I think you guys can attest to that. I would recommend people to pursue their passion with health and fitness through their passion, because their passion becomes extremely easy, and it's not really like working out. It just becomes what you love to do. I can't think of anyone in particular that I've helped reach their personal fitness goals, but I think everybody that comes around and gets involved with our racing or our race program is receiving some health and fitness benefit from that, because it is a physical activity. Stay healthy and stay strong and pay attention. Remain focused.
Of course, you probably remember Graciela. Graciela, my co-host at the time. You'll probably be seeing her again soon in an upcoming episode as a guest this time, not a host. Or maybe a co-host, maybe a segment host. Who knows? The show's still going through some changes. So check out this next clip, because Graciela and I, we went to Camp Rhino. Camp Rhino, CrossFit. We did CrossFit. It's kind of a boot camp, and they also do CrossFit. So we took advantage of their CrossFit class. And boy, did we... Well, you'll find out. Watch this clip.
My name is Julie Johnston, and I own Camp Rhino, Rhino CrossFit, and Boot Camp Las Vegas, which is our outdoor component. So Camp Rhino's been open about 1.5 years now, and before that we've always had obstacle courses and workouts outside at the different parks, and we go all over town, Mount Charleston, Red Rocks, Lake Mead, and so now we're happy to have a place where the obstacles are permanently so that we can do classes on them and train on them and get better on them. We added CrossFit just this last year because a lot of our boot camp participants were curious about it. Like, what is CrossFit? It's the newest thing, and people see the CrossFit Games. They see people pushing weights and doing a lot of the things that we did in boot camp, but then add weights to it and add like a lot of different fun things on the bars, like the muscle ups and the pull-ups and the rings and handstand push-ups. So there are some extra things that we never did out in the parks because you kind of need a facility for them.
Yeah.
And so instead of having our boot camp members and our rhinos go try other CrossFit boxes, we decided to add it to our program, and so we became an affiliate, and we have really great coaches here that do a really good job teaching CrossFit, and we all are participating in the Open. The Open workout just came out, and we're all going to be participating, and we're super excited about it. Well, CrossFit is basically moving and have intensity, like it's intensity in your workouts. That's what it's all about. Having a super like short period of time but you just have as much intensity in that time as you can. And a lot of people ask, what is CrossFit? And there are a lot of different components to it. There's the weightlifting component, there's the gymnastics component where you do like handstand walks, handstand push-ups, pistol squats, and then you have a lot of work that we do on the bars with the pull-ups, chest to bar pull-ups, muscle-ups. But CrossFit's just taking exercise and basically being able to score it or time it or measure it and say, I did this workout this fast or this well before, and now I can do it this much better. So you're taking exercise, I guess, and you're measuring it. That's what you're doing with CrossFit. A beginner in any one of our classes can definitely expect the instructor to take great care of them. You're always going to get your butt kicked, but you're going to get your butt kicked at your level. So if you have a hard time walking around the block and that's what makes you huff and puff and that's what makes you miserable, then we're probably not going to start you off sprinting. We're going to start you off pulling a tire and doing those movements that aren't going to hurt you, but they definitely get you in the spirit of boot camp. And I think what's important is to make a distinction between the boot camp and the CrossFit program. So CrossFit, again, it's more measured workouts with weights and with gymnastics and with different things that you can measure what you're doing. But with boot camp's more obstacles, and it's more you show up not having any idea what you're going to do. You could be pulling a tire in different ways for the whole hour, or you could be carrying a log up a mountain. You never know with boot camp like what it's going to be. Here at Camp Rhino, it's indoors, obviously. We go inside and outside, and we have all the obstacles to work on, so you're definitely going to see a lot of those, but you're still going to see the weights and the medicine balls and all the other fun things that we have to offer here. We try to take part in all of the fitness events that happen in Las Vegas. We're the official training grounds for the Spartan race, and we hold practice Spartan races on the weekends. So if you aren't sure whether or not you can do a Spartan race or even a Tough Mudder or the obstacle course races, you can come to one of our weekend training events and you can try all of the different obstacles and the tasks that will be at a Spartan race or at a Tough Mudder, get a feel for them and see whether or not you can do them, but it's in a guided environment. So you'll be running and then you'll do an obstacle or a task, run some more, do an obstacle or a task, and you have the trainers there. They will teach you how to go over the walls, how to scale the traverses, how to do a rope climb. And then it makes people very comfortable, so then when they actually get out there in a race, they already know what to do and they know how to do it. The way that we train here at Camp Rhino is we do not want to ever be bored working out again. We want things to constantly be exciting, and we want to get excited about coming and working out. We want to get excited about events that make us train for those events to get ready for them. And then we always say that weight loss, getting healthier, is just a beautiful side effect of getting addicted to fitness and being excited about working out every day. A lot of people ask us, how do I start something and stick with it? And the answer is that humans like to be entertained. You can tell by what we watch, what we listen to. You can tell just by social media. Now you have to be doing 5 things at once just to stay entertained. And so here at Camp Rhino, we like to continue to offer the newest, the latest exciting things here. That's why we have CrossFit. That's why we have obstacle training. That's why we're constantly adding new and crazy weekend events that people can train for. It's because we want people to just be constantly excited about what they're doing physically, and then they don't even notice that they're working out every day and they're getting healthy and they're losing weight. It's just a side effect of being excited about moving their bodies. You have to think of it as kind of a playground for adults. When you're a kid, you looked forward to recess, you looked forward to going to the park and working out, and when you're an adult, you look forward to going to Camp Rhino and coming and playing at our playground, taking part in our recess. Yeah, we have jungle gym, rope. We swing from rope to rope, so there's your swings. We play games. We have field days, and the outdoor boot camps, they play all kinds of games. They take just regular, your old, like the games that you used to play as a kid, and they turn them into your worst nightmare. Like you do leapfrog as a kid. Well, have you tried it as an adult lately? Still fun, but a great quad burn. Oh, the Ninja Warrior obstacles are definitely the most difficult thing that we have to offer. I don't think we have one person that has conquered absolutely everything in this gym, and that's what we kind of try to keep offering. You have your elite people that are always looking for something to challenge them, and we have that for them. And then we have your people that are a part of our Biggest Loser group. We have a weight loss group here at Camp Rhino. You have to have 75 pounds plus to lose to be a part of that group. And so they're definitely challenged by everything that they can do at their level. And now the ladies and the gentlemen that are in that class, they're all shrinking before our very eyes. They're going to be kicked out of their own class pretty soon. But what we try to do is we try to make sure that no matter who you are, you're always going to have some kind of challenge that you're looking to conquer here at Camp Rhino. And that includes me. I own this place and I can't do everything in it. And guarantee that gets frustrating at times. But if someone ever does conquer everything, we'll just keep building new things. I think it's important though that saying that there are things in here and there's no one that has done everything at Camp Rhino. I don't want anyone to ever be afraid of coming, because we've had every level, we've had every age. We've had a woman who is 72 years old participate in our CrossFit program. We've had a gentleman who is 400 pounds come here and lose his first 100 pounds. So no matter who you are, like whether you're a ninja warrior or whether you want to lose a lot of weight or you just want to make sure you do something fun, while you still can, like there's a place for everyone here. So Gary and David both did really well in the workout this last time. It was their first time out, so we never expect that much from somebody on their first day. But what I saw really needed to be improved in both of them was just their flexibility. After you go and you do the CrossFit, you do the boot camp for a while, you all of a sudden you're able to get deep enough on your squats and your form starts to improve more and more because you get used to it. But when you first start out, it's really, really hard to get the technique right when you don't have the mobility. And it's more about mobility even than flexibility. It's just getting those joints moving and keeping them moving and doing these exercises, not just for your first time, but to continue doing them so you can get better. Well, obviously, strength and speed can always be improved upon, but it was just not even being able to get low enough with that weight and then pushing it up over your head. That's something that everybody can work on and fix. And that's what's exciting about working out, is just that that even if you get to a plateau on how much weight you can push or how fast you can go, you can always get your technique better and maybe push a little more. My favorite part was when someone went over the trash can and threw up for me. That was my absolute favorite part of that workout. So to me, David won. David won because he puked for me. Sorry, Gary.
That's right, G Blessed. I won that match. You see, when you throw up, that is a rite of passage. And, well, that's as much as you can get. But really, I think G Bless won that one because he completed it. He didn't throw up. He's a trooper. Good job, G Bless. Right on. Finally, we get to visit with David McMahon. David is actually one of the instructors over at Vegas Indoor Skydiving. He's a regular skydiver. He loves what he does. And check this out, because this video was a lot of fun.
My name is Dave McMahon. I work at Vegas Indoor Skydiving. I have been working at Vegas Indoor Skydiving for, since 1998, so that's a lot of years. I'm an instructor in a vertical wind tunnel. I basically toss humans around inside of a big wind tunnel. This facility opened, it was the first indoor skydiving facility in the entire United States, opened in 1982. It was open for a few years and then it shut down, but I came here as a little kid, and it reopened in 95. I heard it was open and came and flew with my brother and then just kept begging them for a job. I try to keep, somewhat diet. I think is probably one of the biggest keys to anybody staying in shape. It's a huge percentage of it, but you have to have physical activity, and the wind tunnel itself is probably the best gym membership I've ever had in my life. It's a really cool, different kind of core and a cardio that you could not believe until you do it. My personal fitness goals would definitely be to stay at a decent weight, body frame. Luckily, thanks to my dad, I have some decent DNA, and it just takes a little bit of working out. So my goals would basically just be to keep up with a regular workout, no matter what it is. I think workouts should be fun. I don't think they should always be just your standard lifting of a weight. When I work out, I love legs. I'm a legs guy. I do a lot of press. I like to do a lot of fight techniques and whatnot. I have a friend who's a Krav Maga guy, and I like jiu-jitsu. I'm kind of a jits guy. My buddies in Hawaii beat me up for quite a few years, so I learned how to not get my things bent and broken. Graciela, she needed to add a little bit of arm to her flying, get it out in front a little bit more. She really needed to stop a forward track that she had going on. Plus, she was kind of sinking because at first she was this girl, and then she was this girl, when she really needed to be this girl. And other than that, she had a great smile, which actually kind of helps people to relax a little bit. You can tell they're not doing well when their face has this one, but when they're smiling, it doesn't matter whether they're good or bad, they're having a good time.
It was amazing. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, and it was a lot of fun. I would do it again. From what David told me, I literally thought we were jumping off something and this air was just gonna blow us to the top and we were just gonna float. So that sounded really scary to me. I think I did okay. The instructor was giving me signals of like what I needed to improve on. So I do need to work on my arms, like he told me. And I mean, I was just smiling and having fun the whole time, so I thought I was doing pretty well. And I noticed that I was going really high, so that was really fun. Actually doing the skydiving part, like that was the best part. I was kind of scared to because what I saw was two people before us, they just jumped in the middle and they just flew up, and that scared me. But that was probably my favorite part, to jump and just float, so.
David, I think David needed to relax his legs a little bit. His quads were locked, his knees were locked, and that was kind of driving him forward. When your legs are really, really straight and locked, it's like having a wing behind you that's just pushing you forward. So David needed to just relax his legs a little bit. I was able to teach him a little bit of controls of some forward and back, but if you don't relax your legs, you're just going to always be going forward.
My favorite part was when he did that, when he told me to stand on the side and do this. I was like, it's flying.
This is a very good training tool for skydiving in the real world out of a plane. This is a very small environment, so you have to be very precise. You learn very precise movements. You have a relative wall, something relative, somewhat close to you, so that you can kind of see every movement you're making. When you're skydiving, sometimes you don't realize you're kind of falling this way because you had nothing near you to tell you how you were moving. So basically, flying in a wind tunnel is like flying in a Coke bottle. Skydiving is like jumping in a football field. Indoor skydiving pretty much sells itself. I just tell people that, hey, do you want to come play in the funnest toy in town? And come in some workout gear, because it's quite the workout. Fitness affects me as an instructor. You have to, in a way that you have to be in good shape to be an instructor. You have to have a decent amount of strength. You also have to have a really good core, but you also have to have very good balance. You're using a lot of balance in different ways. When you're instructing, you're using a kind of a vertical balance this way. When you're flying, you're using it this way. But we've had instructors here that have started and lost 100 pounds in working here. We've had guys, they'll change their diet, but even more so, they're sweating their butt off in the tunnel every day, and especially in summertime, it gets warm in there, and you will lose some serious water weight, but at the same time, you're building that muscle up, and I've seen in my time here probably 3 different guys lose up to, if not a little more than 100 pounds. I would recommend anybody to pursue pretty much any passion. I'm a passion guy myself. I work in a wind tunnel. I don't sit in a cubicle. And so this is my passion. It's what makes me happy. I get to meet people from all over the world here and get an amazing workout while doing it. I just am fortunate in that way that the thing that I love my passion turned into not just a healthy outlet, but hey, I can pay some bills with it too. So I would suggest anybody find what their actual passion is, not what someone told them they should probably do, because that's when you're actually going to put your full self into something and create more of a healthy lifestyle than feeling like you're just, this is what I have to do.
Now, why did I choose Vegas indoor skydiving as my top location? Because we got to fly. We got to fly. How often do you get to fly? We got to fly. Me and Graciela, we got to fly with sheer will if we knew how to at the time. The guy was pretty good. David, he was pretty good. I guess we needed a couple more extra lessons for that to happen. But anyway, we've got exciting things planned for the show. And right now I gotta go. So stay tuned. See you next week. And we're going to have something amazing for you. All right? Thank you. See you later. Aloha.